YouTube. This is Annette Dion. I'm the host and founder of the one and only Psychic News Network. Welcome. It is... Hang on, this is flying around the wind. This is my flyer for Seriously, Are You Psychic? Take control of your life using your sixth sense. That class starts September 23rd. Do sign up. I had it here so I'd remember to tell you. How you guys doing? Happy Hump Day. Let me know what's going on. Freedom Caucus forced GOP leader to pull the defense bill. How did I miss that? Wait, GOP leader forced them to pull the defense bill? I'm lost already! Behind me, this is a gift. What I did see was that was up, it was on the chopping block, according to the Freedom Caucus. That's actually as far as I got with that, what they were demanding. I feel like I'm really low. Is that better? I don't want to be low, I want to be high. So anyway, behind me, this is from McCarthy. I think I'm saying that right. It's kind of hard to read it. And the shirt says, I'm fine, everything is fine. It's a frazzled looking cat. And I think it's awesome because it really sums up how we feel. We're fine, and then, right? And she also sent, she lives in New Mexico, and she also sent a lovely gift of brand new tarot cards, the Guardian Knight Tarot, which is really cool. Oh, for Ukraine. Okay. So I want to say thank you, if she's here, for sending these cards. We'll get into it. You love the fine kitty? I think it's awesome. September 13th, we're just, we're really getting into mid-month here. I told you it was going to be so much going on this month. So much. And next month is going to be even more. So I encourage you to do whatever it takes to know how to pull away from the news to recharge your battery. Really important. Tylenol? Okay, I better stop reading the chat so much. I get a lot of complaints about that. So, yeah, October is going to be a really big month. Make sure that you listen to Spirit Talk podcast from yesterday. Kathy Beale broke it all down for us once again. So if you want to know what's going on with the fascist Republicans, well, first off, Putin is letting everyone know that he thinks that we should support a Trump dictatorship. I'm not yelling, I'm Italian. I get it. Yes. I need to listen to it again too. Spirit Talk podcast, where Kathy Beale, our amazing, I call her our resident astrologer, breaks down the astrology for all these ne'er-do-goods, good-for-nothings. Remember Trump used to say, yeah, of course Putin would say that, right? Remember Trump used to call them, talk about projection. The do-nothing Democrats, give me a freaking break. But before we get started, There's a very tragic story in the news in Libya, and I'm a little bit upset that we haven't heard more about it in the news. They had massive flooding in Libya. I have the headline right here. They're having to bury the dead in mass graves, and the storm toll right now is 6,000. So that's only the number of people that they can account for. So let's make sure there's more than 6,000 people dead. This is as many as I could find right now. So, and it's up to 6,000, and it's going to be more. So please just, pray, send money to aid organizations, do what you can. I know we're all wrapped up in our national news, understandably, but we have to remember the rest of the world too. So just on a very somber note, we're up to like a major disaster weekly. We're up to like a weekly major disaster. And it is about climate change, and I'm going to read something else to you. It's weekly, Maria. I'm going to read something else to you. What MAGA is fighting for. It includes, remember the fascist Republicans, they say that climate change is a hoax. The polls are absolutely wrong. The polls are absolutely fabricated. Somebody's mentioning the polls up there. Absolutely fabricated. 100%. What the fascists are fighting for in America, because we have fascists in America, is a warmer planet and rolling back anything to do with alleviating the climate change situation. I'm sending that hurricane with my mind out to sea. I just want y'all to know that. Don't look at the polls. As soon as MSNBC started showing the polls, I stopped watching Morning Joe. I did. I just stopped. If you want to know, this is flying around. I need to move it. If you want to know, I'm getting my news from Keith Olbermann in the morning, because he's got a YouTube channel and he just gets to the news and it's all, his opinion and everything. But, when you have a channel, when you have a YouTube channel, that's your prerogative. So, Keith Olbermann is a good news source. So, I just, when I turn on MSNBC briefly, I always give them a chance in the morning. And then as soon as they make me angry, I just turn it off. And it happens quickly. So this morning, I turned on MSNBC really quickly just to give them a chance on Morning Joe. And I tuned in and they were saying, crime is up in the cities in America. And I just went, isn't that a Republican talking point? Hello? The Libya rain was from a rare hurricane. Oh, okay. I didn't know. It just kind of happened all of a sudden. Hang on, I'm just going to move this fan a little bit. Speaking of weather, it was so hot and humid today. It kind of caught me off guard. But you might be able to hear it's raining now. It can't be done. It can't. Oh, it can't. I thought you said it can't be done, Dale. I apologize. It can be done. I've done it before. One time, New England was expecting a cyclobomb blizzard. And I drove around the coast here, and late at night, and I drove around the coast, and I white lighted a wall of white light around the entire island. I'm on a peninsula. And it didn't even happen! So, truth be known, I think it was Sunday, I was walking, I was getting my exercise in the morning like I do every single day. I'm starting to run again, which is exciting. So I'm out there and I'm like, making up a song in my head to send Lee out to sea, and then I got back and I kind of forgot how it went, so I'll see if it comes. I'll see if I remember it. Anyway, so these are the new cards that one of my viewers named Makara, I think, sent, and they're called Guardian of the Night Tarot, and they're very cool. They have animals, they have a kind of a Native American feel, and just to show you, I've never seen cards like this before. On the back are bees and a full moon. I just really love these. Yeah, I white light the island. Brown Bunny Baker. Oh, I haven't seen in a while. Likes Keith Olbermann too. Good evening, Janet. So, I have some orange lights back there too. Just to warm us up for the season that's coming. So let's use the new cards. My gift cards. How's the baking going, Brown Bunny? Pretty good? We're going to, everyone wants to know what's going to happen to Kevin McCarthy. Well, you know, if you've been watching me, and I understand if you haven't been watching me, I have read on Kevin McCarthy many, 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 many times. As also, I have done a few shows with Kathy Beale, our resident astrologer, about what's up for Kevin astrologically, and he's being hit with a Saturn return. And when Saturn returns to where it was, you know, like every 30 years. When Saturn returns, you're faced with your stuff. Brown Bunny said it's good in Florida. Good. That's good to know. When Saturn returns, all your demons show up and smack you in the face. And that's what Kevin McCarthy is in right now. And I thought he'd be ousted by June. And I am certain that he will be ousted. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to, actually, I made a new pendulum too. My niece made me this pendant, and I'm going to just put it together. She also made this flyer. I come from creative stock. And since the chain kind of came off, I'm going to use this as a pendulum. Thank you, Warren, for putting my info up there. And thank you to Nina, who sent me a donation for Church of Spirituality. Much appreciated. All right. Let's do this with a new pendulum. Kind of new. Will Kevin McCarthy lose his seat as Speaker of the House? Hasn't been decided yet. It's still up. It's still kind of up in the air. Currently, it's up in the air. Will Kevin McCarthy have Democrats have support of some of the Democrats? Will Kevin McCarthy have support of some of the Democrats? Will he experience support from some of the Democrats? Okay, so what I'm seeing happening is Kevin is going to have to make sure that there's not a government shutdown. And it does seem, yeah, I did see Gaetz trashing him. It does seem like, you know, like raising the debt ceiling at the last minute, that Hail Mary pass was passed. And we didn't, and the debt ceiling was raised. Warren, you know I've been saying all along that Matt Gaetz is going to get his. He is. And the rest of them too. And I know for all the nasty things everyone says about Mitt Romney, Mitt Romney, when he was governor of Massachusetts, this is the first state to get mass health. Thank you, Maria. Yeah, the retrogrades are tough. Anyway, I feel like Mitt Romney's not running again because he's just tired of it. The Republican Party doesn't represent his, you know, code of ethics or morals or whatever you want to call it, his views. So off he goes. But I really can't, I don't have like, I'm not like mad at Mitt Romney for anything, like relative to how mad I am at other people. So right now we're talking about Kevin McCarthy being ousted. Yeah, Romney's an old Republican left over, but I just want you all to know that when he was governor of Massachusetts, I think it was the 90s, he made us the first state to get health care, government-sponsored health care. Yeah, he was a decent fellow. I mean, he didn't do anything that was horrid. He's just a politician, right? Yeah, I mean, we don't care about what his religion is or anything. That's all personal. What we care about is that they help the American people. And for all the times that Trump called the Democrats a do-nothing Democrats, that's like, he's done a lot of projection, but that one took the cake. Electra Storm is saying he was two-faced. Well, explain yourself. What did Mitt Romney do that was two-faced to you, just as a matter of discussion? Compared to what we have now? Oh my gosh. Compared to what we have now, these Republicans, just the run-of-the-mill Republicans, look like saints. It's incredible. Yeah, I was just wondering what you meant. He always voted with Trump. I don't know the stats on that. I don't know what he voted with Trump. I don't know what Mitt Romney voted with Trump on. I don't have enough information. I don't have enough facts. No comment on that. Yeah, but I'm just asking you, Electra Storm, can I look that up and find out that every time he voted with Trump? Just asking. He did vote to impeach 45, and he stood up there, and he was the only one. So that's what I'm remembering. I'm going to pull some cards about Kevin McCarthy. Some of these new cards. Let's see. What do we have? I'll look it up. I'm a curious person. I'll look it up. I'll look up, did Mitt Romney vote with Trump every single time? I have no problem with that. I have no problem being fact-checked either. Hang on 1 second. I gotta get that fan in the right spot. Okay. I'm going to pick 3 cards, and one just fell off the table. Let's see. This is about Kevin McCarthy. I love these cards. Thank you to my viewer who sent them. This is, okay, 75% of the time Romney voted in line with Trump. Did you just look that up, Warren? Let me explain what we're talking about. What we're talking about right now in regards to Mitt Romney. Yeah, that's right. What we're talking about right now in regards to Mitt Romney is whether he was 100% with Trump. Whether that's a fact. And Warren just put up 75% of the time. Did you look that up? The moon is what Kevin McCarthy's going through right now. I think I pulled the hangman on him yesterday too. In this deck, it's the hanged possum. Okay, Romney voted with Trump for 75% of the time. So I have to look at what he voted on. I have to go back and look. Yeah, Republicans, used to stick together. Kevin McCarthy as the hangman, that means he's going to have to surrender. The Two of Cups indicates he's going to come to an agreement with the Biden administration. Kevin McCarthy he's just going to take his chances. Kevin McCarthy is highly emotional right now. He doesn't have a backbone. Kevin McCarthy doesn't have a spine. I know we call him Marshmallow, hostage of the House McCarthy, but I'm tempted to start calling him Jellyfish. That's just a really long name. Kevin Marshmallow Jellyfish, hostage of the House McCarthy. How's that? Does that fit? That's what I'm getting. But anyway, I know this is probably going to sound crazy to you all, but hear me out. Underneath all this ridiculousness, I think that Kevin McCarthy respects Joe Biden. Yeah, jellyfish, right? All in favor of jellyfish, to add that to McCarthy's name, say aye. Matt Gaetz wants him gone because Matt Gaetz wants fascism. Matt Gaetz wants lawlessness. You all like the jellyfish McCarthy? We can throw that in there. They want fascism. Alright, we'll throw jellyfish in Kevin McCarthy's adjectives. But the moon is like, this is, I don't know, it must be a past life thing, because Kevin McCarthy is so, like, he needs to hold on to that seat. Like, he prostituted himself. Rosanna agrees with me that he should, yeah, like, Kevin McCarthy wouldn't admit it, but I pick up that he has respect for Joe Biden. And I agree with Angela that he should quit while he has any, a little bit of dignity. Very emotional time for him. I have no sympathy. I have zero sympathy for Kevin McCarthy and what he's going through now. Zero. What we're in right now is we are experiencing a tyrannical takeover. Tuberville for Tuberville? We'll get to him. We're experiencing a tyrannical takeover. We're experiencing nihilists in our government that just want to destroy everything because they want to see how powerful they are. And that's what we're in right now. They want to destroy America, which is why I plead with you all the time to join Grassroots of Democracy. Even if you can't make it to the meetings, you will get copious notes that help you to know what to do with links and everything. But with Putin saying what Putin said, getting in our business like they've been doing for the past more than 8 years, Putin, when he said, oh, America's so terrible to be going after Trump, what Putin was really saying was America is so terrible to go after poor Trump who wants to be a fascist dictator. Why don't you just let him steal that, the White House again? Why don't you just let him be a fascist dictator? Because Putin believes the fascist dictators are the way to be. And they're murderous. Hello. Oh, and you also get a Grassroots of Democracy tote bag when you join because our friend Joan was kind enough, I didn't even get mine yet, to get them printed up. I showed them to you the other night. So, I really think we don't care what Putin wants, but we have Republicans that are fascists posing as Republicans in our government that want what Putin wants. I just want to know that you guys know this. It will make me feel better that you know this. It really will. I mean, I'm fine, but I'm fine. Oh, you got your tote bag. Nice. I don't know why I don't have mine yet. Alright, so I'm talking about Putin and the fascists in our government. I'll say it one more time. These fascist Republicans want what Vladimir Putin wants. Warren got his tote bag too. Not jellyfish, they stink, but they don't have any backbones. That's why Kevin McCarthy, that's why that fits. Okay, so back to Putin. Do we all know this? Because that's why they want to take away money to help Ukraine, which is helping a democracy that's tied to so many other countries. But you guys all got your tote bag. I didn't get mine yet. When you hear Marjorie Trader Greene, who's got the IQ of, I don't know, I think ants are smarter. I hate to be mean, but she's mean. They can be bought. I'm pulling 3 cards about Putin, I guess. Actually, we're going to see a lot more information about how Russia is meddling. Is it true Cuba is helping Russia on the front lines in Ukraine? I don't really pick that up. You grew up in an era that hated Russia. Well, there was a Cold War. And Khrushchev almost nuked us. Marjorie Trader Greene has a brain of a flea, but I think a flea might be smarter. I do. As far as Putin goes, we're going to start to see a lot more news about the Russian connection. I have a good friend. He's the mayor now, and he's a musician. And he wrote lyrics to the tune of Rainbow Connection, and it's called The Russian Connection. I have it in a box here somewhere. We never did get to record it, but someday we'll find it, The Russian Connection. Defense asks for a directed verdict. What's a directed verdict? I'm lost. Putin. Oh, and there's a frog. Hillary did warn us again and again and again and again. I will never forget when she stood up there at the debate and she said, "You're Putin's puppet." Ah. Poor Hillary. I mean, what she went through. The Four of Pentacles. All right. There's going to be, I see a tug of war in terms of finding out how much Russia is interfering in America in cyberspace and meddling with our election, especially in 2015, 2016. But I actually see news organizations withholding a lot of this information. Yeah, Hillary really went through it. The Four of Pentacles is like, I don't know if we should share this with the American people. That's what I feel is coming from, you know, like, I feel like there's a big debate going on about which news to dispense to the American people, to distribute to the American people, that has to do with how much Russia is involved in America. Yeah, there's someone with a spine, Hillary Clinton, that's for sure. And she also did some kind of a course that you could buy, an online course. It was during the pandemic on resilience. Do you remember that? I think resilience is a wonderful topic. Comparing Marjorie Trader Greene to a flea is an insult to fleas. Sorry, fleas. So here's the thing. I see the American media reluctant to share what Russia is doing. Reluctant. I'm not saying they won't share it. And then the Eight of Wands indicates fast-moving communication. I actually feel people wanting to know more. You know how they keep on talking about Trump incessantly? Like, we barely even knew. We barely even knew about the flood in Libya because the news wasn't really focused on that. Oh, no, Russia's not the only country trying to interfere. That would be very naive to think. But I'm talking about who's interfered the most. It's just so deep, and I think that the media, no, well, let me tell you, you know, for entertainment purposes only. But I can't say that so much that this isn't factual, because it is factual that Rupert Murdoch and the Kremlin have connections. Yes, we've always had problems with Russia. Go back and listen to Sting's song that was going on during the nuclear arms race when Reagan was in office, and he has a song called Russians. I hope the Russians love their children too. I was working for a music magazine at the time that song came out. It's interesting times. Boy, Warren, you're full of questions! He warned me he'd be full of questions tonight. Alright. I'm going to do my best to stay on one topic and then do that and then go to the next topic, because I'm almost to the point of doing mostly pre-recorded videos because of how many people have said they like them better. So I'm going to do my best. I want to keep doing the lives. I'm going to do my best to make sure I answer a question before I move on to the next area. And this is a challenge that psychics on YouTube have. I don't know, people don't do videos like I do. That's my problem. So first, I want to look a little bit more into this Russian connection, because they're infiltrating our media, and they have been for a long time. Thank you, Moonchild. I'll probably do both, lives and pre-recorded. The one yesterday that was pre-recorded, you like live better. See, it's kind of like 50-50. Yesterday's video, I didn't realize there was this beautiful scene going on behind me until finally, and I kept holding up the card, and it was this beautiful schooner raising its sail, going out on the beautiful calm blue ocean and the sky. It was amazing. The light was amazing. Thank you, Maria. Yeah, so, you know, yeah, lives are fun. So that's why I keep doing them, because I enjoy meeting with you guys. I mean, I look forward to it every evening. Sometimes I'm a little late because I have a reading, but it's really fun. It's really fun. Okay, so I'm going to pull 3 more cards about Putin. And these cards are just about Putin and where he's at. And then the next question I'm going to ask, and stay on track, is I'm going to ask about Kim Jong-un and Putin. Yeah, most people like both, the lives and the pre-recorded. The pre-recordeds are a lot shorter. Where Putin's at right now, 7 of Swords, he's trying to figure out who he can steal from. What more he can steal. It's just like Trump. Putin's just like Trump. I'm loving these cards. I don't know if anyone's ever bought me tarot cards before. Kimberly's always late for that reason too. Yeah, I was like, I'll wrap up a reading at like 6:50 and then I'm rushing. Putin. Yeah. Vladimir Putin, whoever's posing as Vladimir Putin right now, because to me they always look different. Thanks for putting my info up. The 2 of Pentacles and the 7 of Swords. So Putin is just figuring out what else he can take. He's got OCD about what he can take from people. Yeah. And the 2 of Pentacles means he's trying to keep up appearances. And I'm glad that Taylor Swift won so many awards. I didn't even know there was an award show. Because I've heard, somebody told me, who was it? I think it was Warren, that Taylor Swift is going to get on a pro-democracy message, and she's got a huge platform, and that's what people with huge platforms, if they care, and we hope that they do, should do. It's a responsibility. It's a social responsibility. That's just my opinion. That's my feelings. Yeah, I didn't. What was the what award show? Yeah, I posted a picture of Kim Jong-un and Putin, and I think I'm going to show it to you. Because when I read the energy of those two, it felt like they were 2 lost souls. Taylor's telling people to, Taylor Swift, you call yourself Taylor Smith, telling people to get out and vote. Let me just show you the picture Sometimes they're so ugly and awful I erase them. But look at this. I mean, honestly, I saw this picture today, and I did post it on my community page, and I thought, they look lost. They look lost. Kim looks hungry. Well, he did agree to swap arms for food. Anyway, so Putin, he's trying to take whatever he can get. Russia's really hurting, which is actually part of the reason that Russia's not meddling so much in America. Not that the Kremlin is not meddling in America, because they are. They kind of like planted seeds in the fascist Republicans, and letting them do their thing. Kim looks big again. Well, that's why I'm saying, it's not really. I don't think that's the same Kim Jong-un that we found out was sick. And I don't think that's the same Putin that we found out was sick. They're new. Entertainment purposes only. And the other card that I have is the Ace of Cups. So this is. The NATO countries have so much more in terms of resources and strength and cooperation and working together. So what's happened is Putin and Kim Jong-un are really, really the most isolated. That he went to the most isolated country, really, in the world, the most walled off, literally, country in the world. It's like, that's a statement of weakness. Who cuts Kim's hair? Wait, where's my bell? I've always wondered that too. Fashion police. Anyway, yeah, it's really, it's morbid. It's really morbid. Anyway, wow, it's just, it's a little pathetic. Their answer to President Biden's last week tour, probably, yeah, they're probably feeling like, well, Biden gets all that attention, just like the fascists in our government. The similarities are uncanny. They're mind-boggling. Trump uses Kim's hair clips. I'm sorry. That's funny. Wonder if Kim's kids know that he is their fake daddy. Well, I'll tell you something. Originally, you'd see Kim Jong-un and he was not warm with his children. He'd be with his children. We'd see a picture here and there, and the children would be at a distance and he wouldn't be kind of with them. Then later, we see Kim Jong-un with different energy, being warm and fuzzy. It's incredible, isn't it? Thank you, Bon Blue. I just kind of had them lying around. I don't even know where I got these. Hoot hoot. So, Warren wants to know, maybe that's what I'll do. I'll pull one question out of the chat. And Warren wants to know if Judge Chutkan and Trump knew each other in a past lifetime. Yes. We'll pull some cards about that. I get this sense that Trump stole from whoever they were in a past lifetime. There's an energy of Trump stealing from her in a past lifetime. Taking, and I feel like it was like a child or something. They definitely knew each other in a past lifetime. But I have the sense, because I do read past lives, that Trump's soul and Judge Chutkan's soul were together in a past lifetime. The one that they're working out karma about is the one where whoever Trump was in that lifetime. I think they were both females, and this is so weird. It's hard to describe this because you can't think of it as Trump as who he is. But it feels like whoever he was, his soul was a female, and Judge Chutkan's soul was also a female. And I feel like people must think I'm crazy right now. Anyway, I have the sense that Trump's soul was jealous of a baby that she had and stole the baby. That's what I get. It's not supposed to make sense. I'm going to pull 3 cards about their, connection. 45 used to be Mussolini. Yes, that's what I said. But I'm not talking about that lifetime. We have hundreds of past lifetimes. We don't come back with all the karma from all those lifetimes to work out. It's just a few. That's why we keep coming back. Because we have lots of karma to work out. So as far as the two of them, Judge Chutkan and Trump, yeah, Trump keeps trying to change this whole thing. The energy of the stolen baby. Do you get that? I mean, I know. I'm used to people thinking I'm crazy, but it's fine with me. But that is my feeling, was that to whoever Trump's soul was, it feels like a female, and whoever Judge Chutkan's soul was, Trump's person who he was stole her baby. So it feels like really like deep woundology, deep. And so the energy around that is interesting. He's trying to knock her off her perch. He's trying to knock her off her perch. This is the stealing card. Interesting, this just came up. Yeah, look, remember what happened to Mussolini. This just came up before about Putin. There is such similar energy between Putin and Trump, you can't even believe it. But Trump wants to be Kim Jong-un more than he wants to be like Putin. So he's trying to steal her position. Even though this is the emperor, this represents her energy. And it's like a competition in the sense that Trump needs to be emperor energy, but she's actually got the emperor energy that he's trying to steal. If we weren't all crazy, we would go insane. Jimmy Buffett quote, I love it. We love you, Jimmy. And the 3 of Cups is a celebration card, which indicates to me that Judge Chutkan is going to do something that's going to make us go, yay! Like happy raccoons at a raccoon party. I don't think I've ever had cards that have so many animals. Women are taking Trump down. Yes! Damon's here. Damon's in the house. Should I ring the bell or would that show favoritism? Just so everybody loves Damon. I don't want Thomas to get jealous. I haven't seen his name up there yet. Okay. So what's going to happen there with Judge Chutkan is, the guys are just telling me she's going to get everything she needs. Hey, ring the bell. Okay, I have permission to ring. There's a different bell. Waiting with bated breath. I think it's bated breath. Oh, hi, Thomas. Apparently Thomas is here. I'll never understand progressives who won't support Biden. Fetterman said, I don't know anybody who doesn't support Biden right now who wants to save democracy. Damon, you've been here longer. Pretty sure. Thomas is here. It's hard for me to see everybody. Okay. I'm going to pull 3 cards. Kimberly says I'm a dork. I'm going to pull 3 cards. Maria's saying a nun slapped her face. Oh yeah, we were talking about that. On Matt Gaetz. I'm going to pull 3 cards about the fate of Matt Gaetz. I'd like to slap his face. Did I just say that? I was just kidding. You know what I mean. Metaphorically speaking. Slap some sense into him. Metaphorically speaking. Fetterman was so funny when asked about the impeachment. I'll look that up. Oh yeah, hit the thumbs up. I forget to advocate for myself constantly. It's a problem. Matt Gaetz. Oh, well, the light is going to be shown on his nefarious activities, which I always get that. Yeah, I'll look up Fetterman for sure. The 5 of Wands means that will be very challenging for Matt Gaetz when what he's done is illuminated. Boy, he's just having a field day out there on all the news, on the mainstream news channels right now, aren't they? Isn't he? He's just like, oh, I'm so important. And Kevin McCarthy's not measuring up, or whatever he's saying, something to that effect. Fetterman is firmly grounded in reality. Yeah, so he had a stroke. I mean, Fetterman's a really good, capable person. Yeah, well, this indicates, it's interesting, the Lover card in this deck has scorpions. This indicates that Matt Gaetz, he's not out of the woods with the sex trafficking. Yep. Yep. I agree with you, Warren. We can't wait. It's unfortunate that we have to wait, but that's the way the law works. Yeah. It's incredible. It's incredible. You think I should slap Matt Gaetz? He better not come around me. You have to hold me back. Oh my gosh, and did you hear him when he got up there? I mean, believe me, I think you understand, I'm not like defending Kevin McCarthy, but Matt Gaetz gets up there like he's, I heard someone say, it sounded like Matt Gaetz was his boss, like he was Kevin McCarthy's boss. Fox is in trouble again. I told you Fox was going to run out of money. There's another thing. Look at all these billionaires, these corporations and people like Elon Musk that are they're reckless and they just blow it all. Matt Gaetz threatened Marshmallow McCarthy, Marshmallow Jellyfish. What do you mean he threatened him? Because that's a loaded word. You know what I mean. What did he threaten Kevin with? Pervert Matt Gaetz, yes. Matt Gaetz was mad because Kevin McCarthy beat him to the punch. In what way? Oh my God. Well, you know what? Somebody just brought up Lauren Boebert. I'm going to read on her right now. Oh, he just threatened him with being kicked from the speakership, which is what I was saying. Matt Gaetz got up there and he started to act like that Kevin McCarthy worked for him. And that because he wasn't doing his job right, that he was not a good worker, that he was going to fire him. That's exactly what he worked, what he was. I'm sorry, I got distracted. Someone said, Elon Musk turned off the satellite again in Ukraine. But anyway, back to Matt Gaetz. We'll get to that. I don't think Matt Gaetz is Kevin McCarthy's boss. This is just, it's bizarreness. It's bizarro. He's going to make Kevin... He's going to what? He's going to make Kevin what? Wear Marjorie Trader Greene's Speedo? Are you just... Now you're just messing with my head. Yeah, it's really unbelievable. Okay, so Lauren Boebert she went to the theater. She went to the theater to see, I guess there's a musical about Beetlejuice. Well, I guess that's good PR for Beetlejuice because I didn't know. I might like to see that. So she went to see a musical in Denver. And apparently she was being really loud and she was vaping. I don't know if she was vaping weed or just, vape stuff. And she was loud and she was distracting, and so they asked her to leave. And she flipped the bird to people, and she was being belligerent, and she was dressed like, I'm sorry, I'm not a prude. But I'll just say she was dressed like ... fill in the blanks. Not like a dignified representative, put it that way. And honestly, if somebody is imbibing that much, especially if they have a position, a job, where you're supposed to I know from living in Nashville, the whole kind of unspoken sort of creed for all of us when we lived in Nashville, especially in the music business, was pay attention to how you show up because you never know who you're going to bump into. Julie's saying it, I didn't say it, a hooker in a bowling alley. Wasn't me! I mean, to just, like, Lauren Boebert and Marjorie's the same way, and we'll get to her, to just not even have the presence of mind. I'm a representative of my state. Talk about no class. Yeah, and I'm the one that put a picture up of her, and I typed trash over her image. Because she is trash. And I don't say things like that about people unless they're really horrible and they deserve it, and she deserves it. And everyone get out there and is it can somebody put up the name? Is it Finch? No, I think I have that wrong. Who's running against her? Warren, can someone Google that? I don't want to get his name wrong. Because I don't want to say like Fincham, because that's the fascist guy. Somebody put up there the name of the person who's running against Boebert. Frisch. Thank you. Thank you, Gary. I appreciate it. You get a bell for putting the name up. Frisch. So it's like fish, but it's Frisch. But she was a former escort. That's no excuse. She should have cleaned up. That's not me being a prude. That's having, you know, dignity. That's having respect for others. Showing up like a civil human being, especially in a position like that, here I go, is what you do as a service to others. I'm showing up and representing the state in a dignified manner. Adam Frisch is what real. And Marjorie traded Greene in case she has jockey straps. I better start reading the chat out loud. Oh, Mexico has 2 women vying for the presidency. I think I did read that. Okay. We're talking about Boebert right now. I'm sorry. I'm ranting and I didn't pull any cards yet. What does it say? It's fine. I'm fine. I can't read. Everything is fine. I might have to keep that up there just to get us through. Lauren Boebert. Cards for Lauren Boebert. The 10 of Wands is many burdens. Many burdens. Thank you, Thomas. Many burdens. I am pulling cards, Gloria. You guys. So demanding. Many burdens. There's a message coming for Lauren Boebert. Do you know that the cops have had to be called on her like 20 times? Wouldn't it be ironic if Mexico has a female president before the U.S.? Let's look at that after I read on Lauren Boebert, because I'm working on my focus. There's a case is building against her. And I want to tell you something. If she went out and got that intoxicated, she's not a happy woman. What is she trying to numb out about? How'd they vote her into office? Well, there's a lot of gerrymandering out there. Yeah, put her in jail 20 times. She's been under, you know, the cops were called. I don't know if she ever got arrested. She wrecked a Jeep with people in it. It's unbelievable. And that's a really good question. How does somebody like Boebert get elected into office? All I can figure, and we can take a look at it if we have time, is that she must be from a district that's really, really, really red. Anyway, the 3 of Pentacles means there's a case being built against her, and it will succeed. Colorado. I don't see her keeping her seat. I do not. Let's ask our pendulum. Well, Lauren, what? I can't talk. Mercury goes direct Friday. Just, you know, Little news alert. Mercury goes direct on Friday. Then we'll stop fumbling our words and things will stop breaking on us so frequently. And technology will work better. She belongs in a wrestling match. Now you're talking about Boebert and Marjorie traded Greene. Is Lauren Boebert going to lose her seat? Yeah. She's going to lose her seat. This feels like a final straw. I know whenever we think it's a final straw with these people, it never seems to be. But is she going to be ousted from her seat? It looks like yes. It looks like yes. There's a very conservative group called Focus on the Family in Colorado. You bet she represents those people. I'm pretty sure she does. Because she was up giving a talk one time and she was going on about, I don't know, being anti-choice or something. And then she started, she's not even 40 years old. I nearly fell over when I heard somebody on the news say she's not even 40. And so at that, whatever, she was at some Christian convention, which is really the opposite of what Christianity is supposed to be. And she's like, and I'm going to tell you something, and I'm just so excited. I'm going to be a grandma. Her 17-year-old son. Unbelievable. Oh, she's 37 years old. And whenever I tune into her, honest to God, her brain is in high school. She has a high school, people in life, and if you just think about people you've met or, why you have such difficulty with certain people sometimes, often they're in, I call it arrested development. It's a real thing. Yeah, Rose just put it up there at the same time. They get stuck. Their brains are wired in such a way that she's still 17. I don't know. I'm getting that she'll be ousted from her seat, and I feel like it's going to be before the election. And she had a restaurant where all the servers they were carrying heat. What was it called? Shooters? Unbelievable. Unbelievable that these people, and the thing is, they're so stupid, and that's how they can be so easily manipulated, because you just, you like, look at Kevin McCarthy. You dangle the carrot. Oh, you can have power, which is exactly what happened when Kevin McCarthy went to Mar-a-Lago. The carrot got dangled. Oh, Kevin, oh, Kevin, oh, Kevin, you're getting sleepy. You want power, you want power. It's exactly what happened to Kevin McCarthy. And these people are such lowlifes, and they have no code of ethics, and they have no sense of self. She got her GED. She didn't even graduate from high school. There's nothing wrong with having a GED, but, we're just talking about her specifically. Ted Cruz brought her into Congress. And I heard people, as far as Lauren Boebert's restaurant, I heard people would get sick on her food because it wasn't properly cooked. You don't want to eat, if you are a meat eater, you don't want your meat not treated carefully. Anyway, she fell into the rabbit hole of guns and down she went. Yeah, and just speaking of Russia and Putin and the Kremlin and all that, the NRA is very tied into Russia. That's factual. I'm not a big fan of saying for entertainment purposes only when I'm stating a fact, especially. Okay. They eat raw meat. Well, you can eat raw meat if it's properly handled. I mean, I wouldn't. I eat raw fish. Let's go to Marjorie traded Greene. But it does look like... Yeah, Rose, I'm not saying anything that's... I'm not saying anything that's not factual. I'll read on the NRA in a sec. Let's read on Marjorie traded Greene. I feel like as the hearing, the trial for January 6th comes closer for Trump, and Judge Chutkan is considering speeding that up. I don't know if I saw that on the news, but I feel that. Marjorie Trader Greene. As the January 6th trial gets closer, I'm seeing one by one these people being picked off in the sense that they will be notified that they're targets for the January 6th trials. And Marge is definitely one of them. And the moon is showing up here for Marjorie. I really haven't seen these cards yet till I came on, because I just opened them. Six of Swords. Whenever I see the Six of Swords, no matter what deck I'm using, that has represented January 6th. I do think it's by the end of this year that they're going to get target letters. And I see the Republican Party as it is right now, I see it disintegrating. And when people did ask me about Boebert, I'm talking about Marjorie Trader Greene right now, but when people asked me about Boebert and Cruz, I got a yes on that. Trump literally plotted again with this crew on his fake impeachment crap to interfere with this trial. Yeah, exactly. I'm reading on Marjorie Trader Greene right now. Trying to stay focused. Okay, so, yeah, that's January 6th. There's a video of her coming out of a meeting on January 5th and just announcing, we just came from a meeting, tomorrow is going to be whatever. So Marge, Page of Wands, yes, she's going to get communication from the justice system, and then she's going to kind of lose it. I have the moon card here. She's going to get some kind of a letter, a subpoena. That's the Page of Wands. Six of Swords, it's about January 6th. The moon is she's going to get very emotional. I'm sure Jack Smith saw that video. If we all saw it, he saw it. Absolutely. Somebody was asking about whether Mexico would actually have a female president. When's their election? Do you know? Oh, good for you calling your rep and continually asking why Marjorie Trader Greene is not ousted or indicted. She'll be indicted. Don't you worry. She said we're going to impeach Biden. She's been saying that forever. She's been saying that since before Biden was even president. Somebody asked about Mexico. Will Mexico have a female president? Will Mexico have a female president? I get yes. I get a yes on that. Alright. Please hit the thumbs up while I go to a commercial. Ready? Here it goes. I can do a psychic reading for you, and if you need a psychic reading, sometimes you need a psychic reading. PsychicAnnetteDion.com. As I said earlier, this class, seriously, are you psychic? Don't you want to use your sixth sense? You have it for a reason. Take charge of your life using your sixth sense. I will show you how. That's a 6-session course. 6 sessions in September about being psychic. That's all on PsychicAnnetteDion.com. As is tarot in 2 hours at the castle. You can live stream in and learn tarot in 2 hours or so from a medieval castle. And that's on my website. You can purchase tickets. It's October 11th, which is a Wednesday night. So that night I won't be doing a PNN, obviously. I can't be in 2 places at once. I haven't figured that out yet. And please join Grassroots of Democracy. Go to grassrootsofdemocracy.com. And we have meetings on Thursday nights. We're going to have a fiery discussion tomorrow night. Sometimes it happens. You want to be part of it. Warren, you're going to have to start taking notes. No, Protege, which is not going to lose her seat. Start taking notes. I can say that to Warren. He can take it. Church of Spirituality every single Sunday at 1. I live stream. Please watch. On September 10th, we had a service that was a tribute to September 11th. So please, especially watch that one. And that's free. And if you watch Church of Spirituality, your life will improve. And if you're a member, Yogi Bear, you have like bad dad jokes. I love it. If you join my channel and you're a member, and I love this because of course I get them in my inbox every Monday through Friday morning. You get an affirmation in your inbox Monday through Friday. And it's a great way to start your day. It truly is. So and with the memberships and the upper 2 levels, you get to attend a psychic party at the end of the month. It was beautiful, yes. The church service on Sunday, yeah, it really was heartfelt. I already answered that, Julie, but I'll answer you again about Tuberville, whatever the heck it is. What an arrogant SOB. What an arrogant traitor. Yes, the blue stone is lapis. My lovely Sagittarian niece, who's so much like me. I don't know if that's a good thing, but I think it is. She made this for me for my birthday last, was it last? No, it was the year before last. And it's lapis, and she wrapped it really, really nicely with, copper is really conducive for psychic work, for electricity. So it's really awesome. Do the people in Congress and Senate who participate in January 6th, will they lose their benefits? Yeah, well, of course, when they're going to lose everything. They're going to lose their seats. Yes, they will lose all of it. Yes, the psychic party is fun. I'll tell her that you like my pendulum. I just last night I thought I should put a chain on that and use it as a pendulum. Okay, Tuberville is. Now for this I'll say for entertainment purposes only, because this is strictly my psychic impression. He's working for Putin. It's heavier than that. It's heavier than I think I'll just be an a-hole. Not until convicted or they quit. Well, they'll be convicted. Look at how many insurrectionists are in prison or getting ready to serve prison time. It's over 1,000. Do we really think they'll just be like, oh, those people are, they're in their seats, we can't bother them? Seriously? What would be the point of that? I'm reading on Tuberville. I think it's Tuberville. Is Tuberville working for, is he working for the Kremlin? Is he working for the Kremlin? I don't think it's direct. Because the pendulum does this one. It's like, not quite, and ask a different question. Alright. Is Tuberville working for an enemy country against the United States? Is that what he's doing? Tuberville is working for an enemy country for entertainment purposes only to weaken the United States. Oh, Salty Chip made it. Hi. No, he's working for an enemy country. Alright, well, let's ask this, because someone's asking, working for Trump? Via Trump? Via Trump. He's a Russian asset. I mean, and you could just say he's an asset to Russia because he's weakening our military. I cannot believe that he has garnered that much power. It makes you wonder, doesn't it? I'm pulling 3 cards on him. I have read on this before. I only read it on it again in case I get more details. But I have read on this before. I know, we need to see that. He needs to wipe that silly grin off of his face. Speaking about smacking someone. I don't mean literally. But you know, that's what really gets to you. But I want to say something about that. When it enrages you to that point, how can you sit there and not participate in saving our democracy? You know those protest signs that we've seen at protests? If you're not angry, you're not paying attention. Cotton tried to blame Democrats for Tuberville. That's what they do. It's really like, how do they sleep at night? You know how they sleep at night? They have no scruples at all. So anyway, what I got on him when I read about it before was that he would be sat down and read the Riot Act. What did you say? Trump called Tuberville on January 6th. He butt dialed Mike Lee instead. I thought that was Rudy that did that. He's a tub of crap. You guys are hilarious. He's weakening our ranks. Oh, well, no, he's weakening our ranks, which weakens our military. How are they not connected, Yogi Bear? The Borowitz report, funny. Alright, but what I read about it was he would be held accountable for what he's doing. Let me pull a few cards. Mainstream media said nothing about Trump being booed and flipped off at an Iowa game. Well, Glenn, I want to tell you something. That's not where people are going for news anymore in general. I just started out by saying, you know, tonight I started out by saying I've been going to off Morning Joe for the most part. I can't handle the commercials. It's just enough already with how sick you are, and you need to take this drug and that drug, and if you're not sick, you're going to think you're sick watching those commercials. But anyway, yeah, I stopped that, and if you go to YouTube, you're going to get the news. If you go to Midas Touch, yeah, this group is very engaged. This is a pro-democracy channel. Have you noticed? Is it obvious? Right? It's where Middle America gets their news, but what about the new generations coming up? That how many of them are voting age now? I'm pulling 3 cards on Tuberville. Totally forgot I have tea here. Which is totally freezing. Oh, Prager University. That's the worst. Here's the other thing. Education will change immensely in a huge way. So all this trying to hide information from the students, it's not going to last. It's not going to last, but it doesn't mean that people won't get students won't get information. Unless they ban the internet and welcome to North Korea. And that's not going to happen. Tuberville is being funded. Absolutely. You can tell by the way he has a smirk on his face. He's got... It just hit me that Tommy Tuberville's smirk is just like Putin's. Yeah, Cheryl Clark, we're working on the Biden thing. We're working on the messaging with the Biden thing. Well, I'll read on that too. Am I aware that Representative Peltola's husband died in a plane crash earlier today? I did not know that. Huh. Yeah, and by the way, yeah, that is so sad. I didn't hear that. It's not like I've sworn off mainstream news because I do check it to get the headlines. But you know, you got to get your news from different sources. And if you're a psychic, if you practice being a psychic, you know when you're being lied to. You can feel it. Trump is basically running a shadow government through the Republicans. He's trying to. Tuberville. I don't know why I have 4 cards. I usually just pull 3. Here, Tuberville gets the judgment card. What? It's not going to be easy for him. Yeah, that's terrible to lose her husband in a plane crash. That's awful. Two of Cups, Tuberville. That's, yeah, that I just said, they're going to be sitting him down. The military, you know, higher ups are going to be sitting him down. And the government. The Four of Cups, he's missing an opportunity to make it better for himself while he can. In other words, to not be held accountable. And the Nine of Swords. Tommy Tuberville is going to have, Tommy Tuberville is holding a secret that he thinks nobody's going to find out. But I have the Judgment card. They're going to find out. I mean, there's so many different ways that, you know, the FBI, the CIA, they know how, they find things out that you never believe they can find out. No, he won't be reelected. Yeah, Jack already knows. I definitely get that. Yeah, use your judgment. And that's, you know, take my class. Develop your psychic skills. Seriously, are you psychic? Yeah, you are psychic. And by the way, oh, Jack Smith will definitely find out about Tommy Tuberville. I can't believe he's acting so smug. Tuberville. Yeah, I can't believe he's acting so smug. I mean, like, no shame. No loyalty to his country. I just dropped a bunch of cards. Hang on a second. I need to pick them up. Okay. I got them all. Okay, so let's read on how this stupid impeachment inquiry is going to go. And you're afraid to find out just how psychic you are? Can you turn it off? Well, if you don't want to smell something, you can plug your nose, right? If you don't want to, like, see something, you can close your eyes. It's a sense. I don't want to hear any of this talk about, I'm an empath. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like, yeah, so? It's not a handicap. Cards on the floor, Omen, it means they're brand new and they're kind of slippery. I wasn't really reading on anything yet, but I am going to read on this impeachment inquiry. You heard me say that the Republican Party is like crumbling, right? Overall, all I get is it's going to backfire on the fascist Republicans. Yeah, it's going to backfire. And one other thing I want to read on is these abortion bans before we say goodnight. So first, how's this impeachment inquiry going to go for the fascists? For the fascists, not for Joe Biden. How's the impeachment inquiry going to go for the fascists? The American people don't like it. They don't like it. They don't, I mean, it's like our hard-earned taxpayer dollars that we hate to pay are paying them to not address serious life or death issues. Well, you don't really lose your psychic ability. No, you don't lose your psychic ability. You're born with it. You're born with the sixth sense. We're part of the animal kingdom. They sense things, right? How it's going to go for the Republicans to do an impeachment inquiry on Joe Biden. Ten of Swords. They should just shut up. They really should. If they know what's good for them, the fascists should just shut their mouths and go sit down. My mother used to always say that. Go sit down. When you were just really full of it. Or go jump in a lake. I don't know, there's no lakes around here. Go jump in the ocean. Okay, yeah, it's just a matter of time before they're really going to sink themselves. Oh my gosh, this is bad. This is bad. How it's going to go for the Republicans to have this impeachment inquiry. Ten of Swords, you guys know, even though these cards are different, I've told you, That's everything coming at you from everywhere, and it's all bad. Did your mom do the same? Go sit down. It's funny. In the psychic tarot that I was reading on Monday, it's the Ten of Swords is a card. If you remember, there's a man and there's swords and lasers flying out of his mouth. It's a real angry card. This is tumult. This is really bad for the Republicans that are doing this impeachment inquiry. It's going to backfire. The Five of Pentacles, it's going to make them destitute in terms of support from the American people. They will have no support. And everyone's mad about it. Yeah, that's what they do. They try to, speaking of Putin tells the Russian people, remember when he attacked Ukraine? He thought he would get it over with in about 3 days. He was telling the Russian people, they're Nazis. We have to go get them and save the people. We're going to go save the Ukrainians because they're Nazis. He didn't need evidence. And Zelensky is Jewish. I think he was a practicing Jewish person, right? I'm just making the point. They're in this fascist mindset. Remember, several of them that you can count on more than one hand went on the 4th of July in 2018 to visit the Kremlin. Keep on going until you pass a lake and jump in. I'm just saying, I don't know why my mom said that when we grew up, on the coast. I don't watch, I know Kristen Welker is going to interview Trump. I don't know why. I really do think, and you guys can let me know if you fall into this category. If Trump is on the news or anything, or even if I'm reading an article and his picture's there, I'm like covering it up. I can't. Yeah, Zelensky's half Jewish. Yeah. And so Putin, to justify the war, is like, oh, he's a Nazi. And what the fascist Republicans in America are doing is they're ignoring the evidence part, because that's part of it. Yeah, I can't watch Trump anymore. And I do think other people will feel the same way. Are feeling the same way. But as far as the Republicans in this impeachment inquiry, Five of Pentacles is impoverished. Ten of Swords is the most pain you can bring on yourself. And Temperance, it's just a matter of time before everything just crumbles. I see the Democrats in the majority. I said that since January. That we'd have to be going through this time. It was going to be tough. It wasn't going to be, like all peaches and cream, that's for sure. We knew that. Well, our media doesn't call out what the fascists are doing here, but the people in America that are thinking humans, and we have to recognize that there are more thinking humans and normal humans in America than the opposite. So stop thinking that that's not true. Jessica on Fox is really good, and she's there to save their ass. Anyway, I think you got the point. It's a matter of time before the Republican Party just crumbles. Let's ask how long? How much time? Enough Americans have to get mad enough to demand that the Democrats are in the majority. It will happen. It's happening now, right? Let's see. In how many months, Glenn, I'm just reading your mind. In how many months is it likely that the Democrats take over and they're totally in the majority? How many months? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, till the Democrats are in the majority. 7 months, 8 months, 9 months. In about 9 months, we're going to see the Democrats in the majority. If that's spot on accurate, that means that some of them will be ousted before the election. I don't want anybody here to be complaining about how long things are taking. I mean, I understand you're just expressing your feelings. But I'm making the point. We could be in a fascist regime right now because January 6th could have worked. And from a logical standpoint, should have. Teen out of jail and alleged rapist attempted what? I'm lost, Electra Storm. Yes, we have a lot of work to do. That's why I have grassrootsofdemocracy.com. And I don't understand, honestly, I'm not giving you a speech. Or a lecture. I don't understand why we have a handful of people at our meetings. We have to be involved. It's really, really important. Wow, it's really raining out there, huh? It's cooling things down. It's wonderful. January 6th, I don't consider that it was a dress rehearsal. I consider that it should have worked, but the angels intervened. That was a real deal. That was a real deal. Okay. I have tea leaves. We need to stop dark money from SCOTUS. We need to stop all the dark money. We need to get rid of Citizens United. We need to get rid of the Electoral College. There's a lot that we need to do. That's why I started Grassroots of Democracy, because it's too much to absorb in your brain by yourself. That's exactly why we started. There are other groups too, but that's just my group. I mean, it's not mine. It's a democratic group, but I started it. Grassrootsofdemocracy.com. Tea leaves. Yes, it's time for tea leaves. But before we read the tea leaves, tell me what I promised you I would read on. Let's read on the hurricane. I know there's something that I said I would read on it, but we'll have to save it because I can't remember what it was. Because there's so much. I'm going to read on the hurricane. And Warren says, Grassroots of Democracy is wonderful. Just join us. I know you have thoughts that you need to express. Oh, I can't get into Elon Musk right now. Too much slime. But let me tell you something about Elon Musk without pulling cards. He's certifiably insane. He's certifiably insane. You don't remember what? Oh, what it was that I was... I'm surprised that I can cover as much as I do in my videos. I do my best. I'm reading on the hurricane. And just for the record, as far as Hurricane Lee, I feel like it's mostly going to go far offshore, out to sea, but we will get heavy-duty surf, and we might lose some homes, because I would need a mental shower. Thank you, Gloria! Thanks for the compliment. I cover a lot. I really do. Okay. I do. I cover as much as I can. The hurricane. Oh, interesting. Yeah, this is interesting because in this deck, the hurricane, I'm reading about the hurricane, and it looks like waves, right? Yeah, it looks like it's going to be lots of big, giant waves. Yeah, Elon Musk he's certifiably insane. He's not okay, and that needs to be addressed, because he's dangerous. He's Dr. Evil. I think we'll be okay in the hurricane. So if anybody's on the East Coast, it's not that there'll be no damage. There will be damage, but it's not going to be a direct hit. The octopuses will be happy. Love these cards. Thank you Makara. I'm sorry I can't really read your writing, and I'm probably saying the name wrong because I can't really read it, but these are beautiful cards. Let's look at the tea leaves. And then I'll let you go. Well, there's a grasshopper. There's a grasshopper. Yeah, power outage is likely. So if I'm not on Friday, it's because there's a power outage. Because that's when it's supposed to hit. When Mercury goes direct. There's a grasshopper in the cup. It's very, very clear. I'll show it to you. I will show it to you. Wait, grasshopper. I'll show it to you. I'll read you what the book says about the grasshopper. The song of these insects instantly conjures up the spirit of summer nights and symbolizes the warmth and expansion. Enjoy a positive time, but do not forget to make some plans for the future. This is more the second part. The grasshopper is also associated with fickle energies and a restless mind that cannot concentrate on anything for long. I think it's telling us to be more focused. Or maybe it's telling me to be more focused. I don't know. I can't find my magic wand. We'll use the turkey feather. So the grasshopper is here. See the grasshopper? And there's a beautiful, it looks like a dove here. That to me, I see a dove and a grasshopper. So the dove is peace. The grasshopper is let's not be fickle. If we want peace, we need to focus on it and keep our focus on it. And then we have, that there, that looks like a fish to me. And that looks like a lightning bolt. And in the snake, the snakes in the cup indicate there's a rat there and there's a bow. Hang on. A rat and a bow. Of course you don't see anything. I'm doing the reading. A bow and a rat. Hang on a second. And the snakes. I'm doing your work. I'm doing the psychic work for you. Sorry, I kind of left the screen. Happy and fortunate symbol. Okay, so we're going to see happy and fortunate things happening around the legal system. What are you saying? Yeah, because I don't even know if a rat is in the book, but... Oh, no, it is. Well, looky there. The rat's tail is very long. Yep. Betrayal or double dealing is denoted, but there's a greater risk of trouble than... Okay. So, what this has to do with is that Trump is going to do some ratty, snaky things. And the bow means that something good is going to override it. Boebert. Yeah, we're going to see a lot of shady things, but they're going to be illuminated. And that's what I have for you tonight. Wow, it's 93 minutes. Where'd the time go? I don't know why it's blurry. I have no idea. We're having a ton of rain, like a lot of rain. And sometimes that messes with the Wi-Fi, but we're not going to try to figure that out. We figured out enough. If you can hit the thumbs up before you leave tonight, that is helpful to me. If you want to donate, there's a place to do that in the description. Please share and please subscribe and please become a member. It's the subscriber fee is really low for what you get. It's not me. Yeah, I don't see blurriness. Okay? Be good to yourselves. Keep your chin up. Stay positive. Visualize good things happening because they are. All right. Lurkers are welcome. Namaste. See you Friday. Come to Grassroots of Democracy. Bye.